Hi, and welcome back to Fellas Farm Homestead. Yesterday we banded one of the fellas. So our oldest daughter's cow was born January 14th. So it was time for him to get banded and be castrated. Both of his balls are down in his sack. So we were able to castrate him yesterday. So we take one of these, they look like little donuts, put this on to the bander. As you can see, got it on the bander, and then you spread it open, put the calf's ball sack down into it, put it up that it is not touching their nipples, and then you have to take the band off of this. It doesn't really just come off. For the fares, they need to be castrated and not be bulls. They need to be steers. So that is why we have to do this. It takes a few weeks for them to fall off. Sometimes I actually have to cut them with scissors. It's just dried up, and at that point I can just cut it off. And it doesn't hurt them at that point. We will be doing Mavericks here in a couple weeks, since he's a good bit littler and his balls have not dropped yet completely. Today I'm making a ham broccoli rice casserole. I cut up a half of an onion and put it in this casserole dish, and then I am cutting up some broccoli and I am putting that in there as well. It's about a little head and a half of a head of broccoli in there. So I'm going to use the rice, the rest of it in the bag here. It's about half a bag, so probably about a cup and a half of rice. And just add that dry in here. So next I'm going to take some of this chicken bouillon and make some broth out of it. We'll add our broth in. You want it that it's covering the rice pretty good. I'm going to add some ranch seasoning, and then I'm going to add some ground black pepper. Cutting up the ham in bite-sized pieces, and then I'm adding it into the casserole. You could also do pork chops, or you could do chicken breast. If you do those, you want to add some other seasonings onto them. The pork is pretty salty. The ham is pretty salty, so I don't add anything else to that. Once you're done cutting up your ham, you can put this casserole in the fridge and make it later, or you can put it in the oven. I'm going to put it in the fridge right now because I'm going to make it later because I am home today. You can have the temperature set at 350 to 375 and cook until the rice is fluffy. I am going to add some cheese on top, so it'll probably cook for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to add some cheese about 10 minutes before I take it out. Enjoy! Hi, and tonight we're going to have garlic parmesan pasta. So this is the Clover Valley or Dollar General brand of the garlic parmesan wing sauce. This is after Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. So we're going to use about a good half a cup of the sauce. After that, we're going to use about a half a block of cream cheese. And then we're going to add in about a half a cup of this shredded Parmesan cheese. And then I am going to cook it on the stove until it's nice and blended and bubbly.